fam? Hope everybody had a great day. Better than me. I didn't get a chance to really do any trading today. It's Wednesday, and if you guys have listened to me for any length of time, you know Wednesdays is the day that I'm just in the office and I'm just really busy. But today was a great DR day. Plenty of opportunities to take some trades, and I hope that if you guys that kind of follow my strategy was able to do that. I did hear from about 3 or 4 people today that they were doing really well today, kind of following the rules that we set up around DR and the ladder strategy. So I take that as some solace of if I wasn't able to trade as much, at least some of the people that support me were right. So let's talk about it. Today was actually if you think about our range today was really not that big, right? So let's go 4,400 to 4412, right? So really only a 12-point range. We like our range to be 16 to 20 points, and I'll show you where that came into play a little bit. It actually allowed us to have some opportunities that we normally wouldn't have. We'll talk about here. I even had a person that said they had taken a trade off of this .5 fib after right when DR was forming, so they were happy with that 10-point trade there. So again, it's always good to hear when people are being successful, and this was a day, if you paid attention and you kind of just followed the rules and didn't stress about it, it was a really good day. Again, let's talk about where we are. So again, we said about 12-point range. We confirmed higher right off the top, right? So right at 10:30 we were confirmed, so that's always a good sign. And price goes up, and we're looking for our retrace. We end up retracing down here right around 11:10, and we retraced. Now that retrace, if we're playing it the right way, it did not go below this IDR high, right? But so my order would have been here on IDR, on the DR high. If I wait till the next candle, I couldn't, right? So let's say I'm taking my trade on DR high, and then so I'm looking at this, and that's at 44.1250, and if I take this up, that's 44.18. So that's my 5 points right there, 44.1750. So that one trade would have actually got my 5 points, because the next candle comes down and it tests that DR high again. All right, next candle comes down below the IDR high, and you also notice this blue line here. We know what that is right now, right? That's that midnight. You see what's happening at midnight. It's acting as a an additional confluence of support for us, and so price comes down, retests it, but jumps on it again, jumps above it, and so my order now is at 44.1125, and you can kind of see what happened here. You could have taken that trade all the way up to an easy 10 points. That's 22. You could have taken up 10 points easily. All right, so that's one trade, and that's two trade. Again, just following the rules, right? And not doing anything extra, just following the rules. Okay, so after this, so price goes up. Now, if you're patient, you could have taken this all the way up to 42, 30 almost. Yeah, so you can kind of see what kind of trade that would have been. But again, if you're looking at 5 points, 10 points, nothing wrong with taking that profit. Now, so we get here. These are two buy-side liquidities that were set up from the day before, and above this is still this bearish fair value gap on a daily. It's about from here. It's about 8 points away. All right, so it's not on the screen, but it's about 8 points up there. So I'm expecting us to get up there at some point, and then come back down. But we took out these buy-side liquidities, and then we actually just rocketed down. And if you're a counter trader, you could have taken this somewhere. You could have taken this trade and had a really, really good profit off of that. But again, we confirmed high, so in my mind, my trades are looking at confirming high. Now, here's where it gets fun, right? Because we're good over here. We have some really good trades here. If you notice, we come down and we actually, you could have taken a trade here, but this was a doji candle, so I don't really like taking trades off of doji candles. Price continues to come down, and it comes down all the way down below IDR low, right? So now this has become what we call that wonderful retirement setup. right? So where price confirms in one direction and then comes all the way down to the other direction, but does not confirm below the get it off my screen, get this thing off my screen here, but it doesn't come down below the DR low on the other side, right? So we end up coming down, and we oops, sorry guys, try to get this off my screen. I don't know why it won't go away. So we could, there we go. Ooh. All right, so we confirmed, we came down low, and then so you could have put an order right here on this IDR low for it to come back up, and that is that's another 10 points here, because even this you would have had your stop loss down here below the DR low, but you never, so even though this candle came back down and put some heat back on that trade, you'd have got back down to zero basically. Then as soon as that happened, it shot back up, and just a little patience, and then there's your 10 points going from 02 to you can take it up to like to 12 or 13. Okay, so that's another 10 points here. All right, we're still going. All right, so next trade. All right, so price comes down. Look at this. It's at the 0.5 fib. All right, drops down below it. There's another order for you right there on the 0.5 fib. Take that up, and that's taking you from 44.0650 to, oh man, that's going all the way up to 44.1615. So another easy 10 points here, right? So at this point we're at 5, 10, or 20. Another 10, and here's another 10. All right, so we're still going. Now this one, you could be a little greedy, right? Because price comes down here, it's testing DR, the IDR low again. Now this is a short trade. This would have been a scalp, because you'd only taken that's 44.10. You'd have taken that to 44.14. So still, a good 4-point trade if you're just trying to scalp there. Then you'd have come back down. Now again, we do the same thing again. We come all the way back down to right below the IDR low. Put my order right back here again. Same trade, right? Same trade as we had over here. It repeated itself right over here. So I'm going 44.02, and I'm taking this all the way up above the DR. So I'm taking that up to 44.13. So at least another 10 points here. So yeah, all right. So I don't know how much more fun you could have had today, and I didn't have. I had one trade, but it was actually a sim trade, because I just couldn't watch it, so I just threw it on sim for 10 points, and I was like, well, at least I got some action out of it. But here we're at like at 3:30, and if you wanted like an ICT trade, you could have done that. But again, you would have. You'd have taken it. You could have gotten this one, and it's closed out right before 4 o'clock. So. Yeah, there was another one here, but we won't talk about that, 'cause that's really an ICT strategy trade, because it's a fair value gap here. But anyway, so yeah, so a lot of opportunities today. This is the kind of day you love to see. Very rare we get 2 retirement setups in one day. Now again, the range was small, but again, you're still talking 10 points, right, on each one of those. So if you're doing the math, that's a lot of points you could have scored today. And I know some folks that did. So very happy about that. We're all in this together for all of us to have our financial freedom. So, if I can't do it today, then I'm hoping somebody does it. Glad when somebody else does it. So, anyway, that's the story for today. I hate to call it a fun day, but this was definitely a fun day if you were a DR trader and you follow the rules and you just stuck to the plan, right? So, that's it, guys. As we like to say now, love on your family. You never know when they might not be there, and when you won't get a chance to do it anymore. So just make sure you love on them, and we're doing this. This is my why, right? I'm doing this for my family, to make sure that we're covered in case something happens. And so I'm pretty sure for a lot of you that this is your why also. So why not do it well? All right. God bless. We'll talk to you.